Hey folks, this is Sandy from Creative Chaos. Just popping in for a little chitter chatter, catch up. Hope everyone's well. Uh, Things here on the coast have been pretty quiet. As you may or may not know, I live just outside Vancouver, British Columbia, which is basically pretty much on the coast. Weather here has been extremely hot. Up until Friday night, we had not had rain since June 15th. Grass is all dead, and wildfires are going crazy. They just can't seem to get them out because of the temperatures and no rain. So it was nice to see rain on Friday night, although it was not a heavy downpour. It was probably for about 10 or 12 hours, but it wasn't a heavy downpour, so I'm not sure if that helped anything. Luckily for us, we're not in the wildfire area. That's more towards the interior. So I don't know if they got rain there or not. I hope they did, but I don't know if they got enough to kind of beat back some of the fires. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they did. Anyway, it was really nice. It's raining here today too, but again, very sporadically and not very heavy. So keeping our fingers crossed that we'll get enough rain to be able to help them with the fires. Same thing, thinking about the people in California and other places in the States and around the world, like Turkey, where the fires are just out of control. Climate change is clearly showing us her middle finger. Hopefully that they will get under control without a whole bunch more people dying or losing their possessions and homes. What else have I got here? I have been kind of on treading water for the last couple of weeks. My energy level has been really low. Don't know why. When that happens, I sleep way more, and I just really don't have the stuff that I need to be able to get up and do a lot of things. Although having said that, I have been able to get golfing a couple of times. We couldn't play 18 holes by any means, but my daughter and I have been out 4 times in the last roughly 2 weeks, which is really good. Good exercise. I take a cart, but because my arthritis, at this point I can't walk. Of course, I couldn't walk 18 between my back and my knees, but we take a cart, and I really enjoyed it. My game the first 2 days was pretty good, actually. Last time, not so much. My daughter is becoming a good golfer, and she's been making me look bad the last several times we've golfed. But having said that, we haven't been out golfing since we were in Palm Springs in 2020, so it's been a long time. We don't usually golf here that much, just because of the way things have gone with COVID and, with the really hot weather. When it's really hot, it's just too hot to golf. Like some days here, the last 6 weeks, it's been like 41 or 42. And that's just too darn hot to be out on the golf course. But having said that, we're looking forward to, we've kind of committed to doing at least one round a week, and hopefully 2 if we can make it happen, but 1 for sure, which is a big improvement. So that's good. I'm really enjoying that, and it's helping me to get some more exercise, and I'm sure that's contributing to my tiredness as well. But that's certainly not, I don't want to be perceived as whining about it, because I'm not. I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. However, my artistic endeavors have suffered because of my energy level and being busy with other things. So I'm trying to start to focus back on that again and do some catch up. I've been buying new furniture of late and spending money like a sailor on shore leave. I replaced my family room furniture. I bought a Lazy Boy Chesterfield and recliner. I had a beautiful set, which was worn and 30 years old, and it was expensive when I bought it, but for me to recover it, which I've already done once, was going to cost me almost as much as to buy a new sofa. So I bought a new sofa and recliner, and I'm really happy with it. It's a little bit smaller than the other one, which is good, because the other one was quite large for my family room. my daughter took the love seat to go with the old set down into her family room, so that's nice for her. It's got a recliner or whatever, so she's very happy with it. And then I decided that I needed a new bed. Well, my mattress was probably at least 20 years old, and it was memory foam, and even though they say memory foam retains its shape after long enough, it does sink where you sleep all the time if you sleep in the same position. So anyway, long story short, I was talking to my daughter and I said, I'm kind of thinking I would really like to buy one of those, what do you call them, adjustable beds. Are they Tempur-Pedic or Posturepedic, whatever, the ones where the head comes up and the feet come up and whatever. But I said, it really seems extravagant and a little bit over the top, but I think it would help me with my sleeping and my back and my knees, because I have a really hard time getting comfortable in bed. So she said, Mom, I think that's a really good idea. I think you should do that. And, as I get older, because I'm certainly not getting any younger, as I get older, I will appreciate that bed even more. So I bit the bullet and I went and bought a new bed. Cost me way more than I thought it was going to, but it's all, you buy the bed and then it's the plus. Well, you need a mattress cover and you need new sheets and you need pillowcases and you need pillows. And so I bit the bullet and went the whole 9 yards. So it's being delivered on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, you need to pay to have them set it up and pay to take away the other mattresses and whatever. So anyway, it's plus, but I'm looking forward to getting it, and I'm looking forward to my first night's sleep. And I think my old cat, who's 20 years old, is going to love it as well, because it will be much more comfortable for her. So that was kind of exciting. I have some videos in the hopper. I mentioned it in the video that's going to be published. I'm just editing it right now. But I was inspired by Laura at Laura Mix Media. I don't know what her full name is. I came across one of her videos where she was demonstrating a technique using Stencil Girl stencils. And what she was doing, I really like watercolor. And I use it a lot, but I don't use it in watercolor paintings. I use it more in abstract. I don't think I've ever painted anything like in a portrait or a face design or whatever, buildings or whatever, with watercolor paper, with watercolor paint. But anyway, Laura was demonstrating, and what she did was she took this technique and then used it in a vintage way. And it was basically, the premise was that she was doing focal spots for her journal. And I'm going to show you one of them that I did, if I can find it. Sorry, like this one. This is. So what she did was she made paint swatches, and then put things on top of them. Now, she went more of a vintage botanical theme. I've kind of taken it a little bit more my direction, which will be shown in the video. But this was really fun and really relaxing. Anyway, I have a video that I'm working on for that. I'm taking it and using it as iCads. Hers was focal points and journals, but I'm using it as iCads and greeting cards, as well as a focal point for my journal. But you really get a good bang for your buck when you do something like this. And there's other stuff I've got as well that's quite different. But I would encourage you to go over and look at her video. It's Laura at Laura Mix Media. And it's a wonderful, she did a great job on the video, and you'll get a better idea of what. But I've been working on that, and I really enjoyed it. I found it was very relaxing. Was not, it's hard to say this or to explain this in the way I want to, but it was not end result focused. What I mean by that is, when I've been making cards for more than 20 years, and journals and whatever, journals and ATCs and iCads and whatever the last 10 years. But prior to that, I've made hundreds of cards. I never did assembly line. I was always come up with a design, make a card, come up with a design, make a card. probably because I was putting them in at retail establishments, so they couldn't all be the same. But she kind of did it, she kind of focused on the assembly line in doing a big project, but the big project, you being able to break it down into smaller pieces to get multiple end results out of it instead of just one, if that makes any sense at all. As well, I've come across a couple of other creators who have opened my eyes to the efficiency of assembly line creating as far as organizing and getting things put together. Never occurred to me. I won't say it never occurred to me, but it wasn't anything I ever did. And I find that has really kind of made me feel less pressured and stressed, because I can break it down into stages, I guess, because I am the queen of the last minute. I really am. Anybody who knows me knows that. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling here, but the videos, I have a couple of videos that I'm working on. The energy level has resulted in me not finish them as quickly as I should, but I will be putting them up. And I would encourage you to go over and look at Lauren Mix Media. She does really nice work. As far as, I think that's about it. I've been working on my garden a bit. I'm in a condo, so you kind of have to, well, not a condo. I guess I'm in a townhouse. I'm in a strata, is a proper term probably. And you kind of have to dance to their tune that they play, and their tune is usually a waltz, not a jitterbug. So I'm still waiting for some results for some things, some response for some things that I requested that I be able to do to my yard to bring it up to snuff. Because right now all I seem to have is weeds and more weeds, and my weeds are thriving in the hot weather, and the grass not so much. So anyway, I'm waiting to get a response on that. And I think that's about it. This coming week is sort of busy. We're golfing again Monday, and we like to golf late in the day. Because, well, I am an early riser now. I didn't used to be. I'm usually up by 8 o'clock, but I don't get moving very quickly in the morning, and my daughter likes to sleep in. And we just find with the heat of the day, and with us only playing 9 or 10 or 11 holes, that we don't need to be out there at the crack of dawn. So we usually get there by the crack of 3, and we can get our round in if we want to finish it. It's cooler in the day, and then we have dinner at the golf course. So that's a plan for tomorrow, but then the weather is supposed to get really hot here again, like 36, 38, 40 for this coming week. So we won't be golfing anymore this week, I don't think, unless the weather changes. Tuesday, I just plan to stay here and work on some projects. Wednesday, I'm having a self-care day. I have to go and get my hair done, the cut and my color done. And then I have a nail appointment to get my nails done and pedicure. So that's a nice relaxing day for me. And then the rest of the week, I usually meet a friend on Friday. We go out for lunch. So that's about the extent of my week coming up. Like I said, I hope to get my stuff together and be able to post more than one video. I've also got some cards I want to show, but I'll do that all in a separate video because I'm trying to keep them short. So that'll be a good thing to be able to do a short video on, and then there's less editing, although I try not to do too much editing because otherwise I never get anything up. Anyway, that's it for me. I don't have anything else. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's staying safe. Take care of yourself, and if you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe, leave me a comment. By all means, I'd love to hear what you have to say, and come back and see me again real soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.